Okay, so this is page 9, the review. Number 1, can we label our HO and A? Okay, Jonathan. Alright, Sedan, do you agree? Tayden, do you agree? He says this is the hypotenuse. Sydney, do you agree? Is not a right angle triangle. Right. Alright, so there's no HO and A. It's not a right angle triangle. Okay. So we'll get to that. Okay. So Gavin, since these are not right angle triangle and we cannot do HO and A, what method can we do? Ethan? Similar triangles. Notice you're given two. Okay. You have to have at least two triangles in order for you to do similar triangles. So your biggest hint in a question like this is one, it's not a right angle, and two, you're given two triangles, so you know you're not doing SOHCAHTOA. Okay. So we are looking for A and B. So we're looking for this side and this side. So let's match it up. What did these symbol mean? Why are these symbol important? Yeah. Right. It's telling you to rotate this so that this side is matching up with this side, and this side is matching up with this side. Okay, and then finally, this side is to match up with this side. Okay. Do the order matter? Yes. Okay, so, and I know the order because these symbols right here. It means that this angle is the same as this angle is the same as this angle. So when I rotate this, I can match up the sides with the sides. Okay. Which, so the blue, the red, and the yellow, which pair do I have all numbers for? Blue, yeah. So let's say I do from the small triangle over my big triangle. Right, so I have the 4 over the 6. Okay, let's try to figure out the yellow first. Okay, should I do A over 15 or 15 over A? Gavin? You should do A over 15 because we said small over big. Okay, cross multiply. I have a fraction equals a fraction. I can cross multiply. So 6A equals 60. So what does A equal? Jaden? 10 what? Meters. Okay, because it's the length. Okay, now to solve for B, I do the same thing. I need one pair that has all numbers. So what is that pair again? It's the 4 over 6 pair. Okay, equal. Now I put my second pair for B. So for B, is it B over 8 or 8 over B? Alexia? 8 over B, right? Because I'm doing the small triangle to the big triangle. Small triangle to the big triangle, small big triangle to the big triangle. Okay, so now again, I do cross multiply. Okay, so 4 times B equals 8 times 6, 48. So Jonathan, B equals 12. 12 what? 12 meters. Meters, because it's a length. Okay, I don't want to see you guys say 12 degrees. Okay, we were solving for a length. Okay. If you see two triangles on the test, will you know to do similar triangles? Yes, you can do it. Okay, it's your hint is when you see two triangles, you know you're setting up something like this, a ratio like this. Okay. Number 2, are we doing similar triangles or are we doing SOHCAHTOA? Similar triangles because there's no right angle. And how many triangles do you see? 2. 2. You see 3? Ethan, where do you see 3? Oh, you said 2. Okay, so I see this triangle here. Alright. Where's my other triangle? The whole thing. Is this a triangle? Oh, right. So I've seen it, a common mistake that people do before. So there's my red triangle and my yellow triangle. So those are my similar triangle. Okay. So just like how we solved that one, we want to solve for x. Okay, let's solve for x. Which side am I comparing the x with? Jonathan? 3.1. 3.1. So I'm comparing this with this. Okay. And Kevin? Right, the 5.1 with 3.6? Not 3.6. Because we just said this is not a triangle. Where's the length of my whole highlighted triangle? It's 5.1 plus 3.6. Which is? 8.7. Alright? Right. So that's why at the beginning I highlighted my red triangle and the yellow triangle because the length of the red triangle is 5.1, but the length of the yellow triangle is 8.6, not just the 3.6. Okay, be careful with that. So there's my pair that I know for sure. That's 5.1 over 8.7 equals, okay, 3.1 over x or x over 3.1? Yeah. 3.1 over x because small triangle to the big triangles.
Wait, so
yeah.
What's the difference between all of the things?
So I'm comparing the red triangle with the yellow triangle here. Yeah. All right. Cross multiply and divide. All right. So 5.1x equals 8.7 times 3.1. 26.97 divided by 5.1. So x equals 5.3. What's my unit? Centimeters. Let's say I made a silly mistake and I did x over 3.1 and the answer that I get is like 2.3. Okay, let's just say I made a mistake. I did a calculation there. I got 2.3. How do I know it's wrong?
Because x is supposed to be bigger than 3.1.
Right. You can tell from the diagram, I'm looking for an answer that is longer than 3.1 for my bigger triangle. So that's how you can catch a mistake too. Okay. Who wants to try setting it up for y? For y. Okay, Leandro. It's not symmetrical. I need to use similar triangle to set up the ratios. Okay, so Leandro, I wanna set up my first pair. So 5.1 over 8.7. That one was given. Right, so 5.1 on my red triangle, 8.7 on the yellow triangle. Okay. So which side would I compare the y with? I would put the y over Ethan. Y plus 4. Alright, again, because this is not a triangle. Just like right here. This whole length is the length of the big triangle. Yeah.
If we had a question like this, would we still get full marks if we used a different method to solve it? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. This one is tough because now you have an algebraic expression and then you have to solve. Right? Is it doable for you guys? Definitely. Will I ask this level of difficulty on the test? No.
We just do 4 divided by 4.6 times 5.3.
For this one?
Yeah.
No, because the 4 is not. Doesn't work. Can you do Pythagorean? Good. Okay, so that's how you set up this one. Okay. A tower 17.5 meter high has been built on level ground. The tower casts a shadow that is 5 meter long when measured from the center of the base. A woman 1.5 meter tall is standing close to the tower. Determine the length of her shadow. Right, so let's draw this diagram. Alright, so the tower. Alright, let's say this tower. Alright, 17.5 meters. Okay, it casts a shadow. Okay, that is 5 meter long. Okay, on the other hand, a woman. Okay, she is 1.5 meter tall. And she is making a small little shadow as well. Okay, and I want to find out x. Okay, so who says do SOHCAHTOA? Okay, who says do similar triangles? Why are we doing similar triangles? William?
It's a bit easier.
More than that?
Similar triangles so you can compare them together.
Alright. There's two triangles, right? Yes, see? Andrew. There you go. Because I gave you two triangles, so your hint. That's your hint. I can give you two right angle triangles, and that would mean similar triangles. Okay? So let's set this up. Somebody set up the ratio for me. Mila, you try it. Divided by 1.5. Good. I'm comparing height to height. Right. And then shadow to shadow. Okay. Tayden, what is the common mistake people do when they set up these ratios? Right, the order. So Neela, she did the big triangle to the small triangle. So for here, she also have to do the big triangle over the small triangle. All right. Order matters. Order matters. Cross multiply, divide. All right. 17.5x equals 1.5 times 5. Whoops. 1.5 times 5, 7.5. And then when you divide it, 7.5 divided by 17.5. 0.4. Again, all the length on the test, just one decimal place, and all the angles to the nearest angle. What's my unit? Meters. Right, I was looking for a length. And does my answer make sense? Yes, it's reasonable because if the big building, the tower makes a 5-meter shadow, the little me right here should make a small shadow right here. Okay. These ones. Okay, these ones should be nice and easy right now. It's just straightforward. It's set up the ratio for you. My variable is on the top. So Alexia, should I multiply or divide? Multiply. Yeah, so I'm just simply doing 12 times sine 40. Sine 40 times 12. So x equals 7.7. Okay. 10a. This one. My variable is on the bottom. Should I multiply or divide? Divide. Right, so I do 30 divided by 10, 65. 30 divided by tangent, 65. So y equals 13.9, 13.9, 14. It should be 14. Okay. Were you going to answer this one?
No, I was gonna ask on a test, are you gonna want us to run to nearest pole or like nearest 10?
Length, 1 decimal.
If it's like that?
Length, 1 decimal. Okay. This one, what am I solving for? Jonathan, what am I solving for?
A.
A. What is A?
0.7.
Is it a angle or is it a length?
Angle.
Angle. So whenever we are solving for an angle, what button do we have to press?
Here.
Right.
Cosine 0.741.
Okay. Whenever we want an angle, we're pressing the shift or second button right here. Okay. So cosine. So shift cosine, and then 0.741. And I get, what's my unit?
42
Degrees. Good. Yep. 1 second. Let me just finish up this one. All right. What about this right here? What do I do with that 7/11 first? Divide it. So 7 divided by 11. I get this decimal. What am I gonna, William? What do I do with this decimal?
Inverse cosine, right?
Oh, sine, right? So second sine, right? So I get this, and then the 0 point something something something. I get this. When I round it, 40 degrees. Good. Okay. Whenever you're looking for an angle, you have to use that shift or second button. Okay, number 5. The length of a hypotenuse and one other side of a right angle are known. Is this enough information to determine the measure of any angle inside the triangle?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is. Right? So since they talked about hypotenuse, you know that it's talking about a right angle triangle. So if you know H and like let's say opposite, all right, using SOHCAHTOA, I can figure out what this angle is. Once I find out what this angle is, how do I find out this angle? Do I do SOHCAHTOA again? Or is there a simple method?
Find which angle?
The top one.
Oh. You should just. So, assuming that's the opposite. Like, are you like what is H and what's the other angle?
All right, so
Is that opposite or?
okay, so let's say I'm given this side and this side, then I can do a side SOHCAHTOA to find out this angle. Once I find out this angle, I could do SOHCAHTOA again to find that, but what is the basic method, Adam?
Since we know we have it's a right angle triangle, so we have 90 already in that angle. And since the triangle adds up to a 180 degrees, we just subtract 180.
Right. So all 3 angles have to add up to 180. So you can also do that. All right. Are you gonna see these questions on the test? Of course, right. That was what we went over at the beginning of the class. All right. So these ones right here, label the HONA, figure out which one of the SOHCAHTOA to use. Okay, I want to do one last one. One last one. I want you to stay for this just last one. Just this one last one, okay? Okay, from a window 26 meters above the ground, an angle of elevation to the top of another building is 39. The angle of depression to the bottom of the building is 29. How high is the building? Okay, so let's draw a building first. From a window, let's say from this window right here. Okay, we'll say balcony. So this right here is 26 meters. The angle of elevation to the top of another building. So again, what is angle of elevation?
Looking up.
Looking up. So let's say that's me right there. I'm looking up to the top of the building. Right? It's 39 degrees. Does that mean like this angle right here is 39? Oh, Ethan, what do I have to draw? Right. Yes, okay. Just like your eyesight, you're looking straight and then looking straight and then up. So that angle right there is 39. All right. You don't look down and then up like that. You'll break your neck. You're looking straight and then up. So that's angle of elevation. Angle of depression to the bottom of the building. Right here. Okay. Same thing. You're looking straight and then looking down. That angle right there is 29 degrees. Okay. How many right angle triangles do you see? William?
3.
1, 2, 3. 3. Yeah, I see 3 as well. But technically, this one is the same as this one, so we don't really care. We're focusing on these two right angle triangles. The top one and the bottom one. Okay. Why do we have to break it into 2 right angle triangles? And more importantly, if it's not a right angle triangle, we cannot do SOHCAHTOA, right? Can I use similar triangle for this one? Why not? Why are they not similar? How do you know? They look pretty nice because angles are different. That's why. So even though William said I have 3 triangles, I cannot do similar triangles because these are not similar. Okay, this is 39 degrees, this is 29 degrees, so they're not similar. I have to do SOHCAHTOA. So let's do the bottom triangle first. All right. So my bottom triangle, I'm given 29 degrees. I know this length, which is 26 meters. Okay. Okay, Gavin, what's your idea?
So, since you're trying to find the distance across to the other building, the first thing you want to do to find the height of the other building is find the distance across. So you would do, I think you would do 26 divided by tangent of 29.
Good. Okay. Remember, you're trying to find the height of this whole building, which is this side right here. I can only break it into 2 triangles like this. So if I look at this, finding the hypotenuse is not going to help me with finding the height of the building. What's going to help is if I find this side that shares with my upper triangle. Okay. So label the HONA. Looking from this angle, this side is opposite, this side is adjacent. So which one do I do? Ethan? Tangent. Yeah. 10. Actually, here, let me write it. Let me write it lower. Okay. So tangent 29 degrees equal opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent. Okay. Andy, since my variable is on the bottom, do I multiply or divide? Divide it. So 26 divided by tangent 29, 46.9 meters. Yep.
I'm stretching.
Okay. Max. Now that I know this is 46.9, how is that gonna help me find the how is that gonna help me find the height of the triangle? Alright. Now I can use it with my the top triangle right here. What is this angle right here? The angle of elevation, which is 39. Good. Okay. We just found out that this is 46.9. So this is 46.9 right here. And I am trying to find this. I'll call it Y. Right? So before, this used to be adjacent. Okay, so yeah. So it's still opposite over adjacent. Okay, opposite over adjacent. Max. SOHCAHTOA. Which one? Tangent. Tangent. Do we know the angle? 39 equals what over what? Y over A, which is 46.9. Good. Okay. My variable is on the top. Elisa, why are my variables on the top? Are we multiplying or dividing? Multiply. Yeah. So Y equals 46.9 times tangent 39 degrees. I get 38 meters. Right. So I just solved for this part right here, this top part. Okay. So what's my final answer? Sydney. 26 plus 38. I know that the bottom part of the triangle is 26. The top part we just solved, which is 38. So in total, the height of the second building, total, yep, building. And Alexia, I'll have extra help at lunch tomorrow. Height of taller building is 26 plus 38, 64 meters. All right. If I have this question on the test, will you be able to do it?
Yeah. I think.
All right. That's as hard as it will get. All right. The easier level of this question is if I give you the diagram. Right? So these are the type of questions that you'll see tomorrow. So you'll see these questions where I give you two triangles. All right. That means you have to do a similar triangle to solve. I will give you these ones right here where it's just straightforward label SOHCAHTOA. Okay. I will give you these type of questions, word problems, where you're given a diagram. And then the hardest it will get is a question like this, where I don't give you the diagram and you have to come up with your own. Okay? Question, Andrew. A math question. Any math question? Okay, so I think in terms of the knowledge, you guys are pretty good. You know how to apply SOHCAHTOA. You know how to label the HONA. Only thing that I think you can use more practice on are word problems. So I have this page 11 and page 12. worth, actually 11, 12, 13, 14 are more practice questions, especially these ones with the word problems. I'll post on Brightspace the answers. Okay, I even drew diagrams of all this so you can check your answers for the word problems. Try it tonight. You have half an hour right now. Get started on this and then try it. Sounds good?